As the drone soared above, it revealed a herd of cows enjoying the wonderful day. Except one of them had an unusual feature on its nose. When the device flew closer, the pilot realized that this anomaly was dangerous and launched a rescue effort to save its life. Drone technology is a lot more accessible than it once was, and it's being used in many ways. Rescue organizations employ drones to scout for missing people or spot dangers in inhospitable places. But they're also the gadget of choice in more everyday scenarios, such as photography. For instance, people use them to take pictures of spectacular views they wouldn't ordinarily get a chance to see. Drones allow photographers to view scenery and even animals in ways that are impossible on foot. And that's what one drone pilot was doing on a sunny July day. The device operator in question is a man named Dave, who's a passionate photographer and apparent animal lover. It was on a farm in Millbrook, Ontario that Dave saw the perfect opportunity to combine both of these interests. It was also an area that the cameraman was familiar with. That's because David visited the area on a previous occasion and knew it to be a place of beauty. The farm provides lush grass for the cows to eat and plenty of space for them to roam. It even has a pond, so they can refresh themselves on a hot summer's day. With the intention of capturing the pastime's majesty, Dave climbed a hill close to the farmhouse. From his vantage point, he could control the drone and see through its point of view from his monitor. What's more, the cows seem unfazed by the drone. In fact, cows are curious creatures by nature, and the ones in the field were no exception. Instead of being frightened by the device's passing, the bovines seemed quite fascinated by its presence. Their attention even made it easier for Dave to get a closer look at the herd. Consequently, the pilot saw something in the monitor that struck him as odd. One of the cows had something unusual on its nose. So Dave flew the drone in for a closer look. What he saw concerned him greatly, and the footage he took reveals why. The video, which rumbled viral, featured on YouTube on July 17, 2018, shows the drone approaching the herd. One of the animals is a white cow that looks to have something sprouting from her snout. From a distance, it appears to be tufts of hair. The 4K images reveal something far more sinister than that protruding from the bovine's face. The objects are actually porcupine quills, numbering in the dozens. Not only were the injuries likely very painful for the poor cow, but they were potentially life-threatening. Porcupine quills don't just detach from their victims' wounds. They stay embedded until they're removed. Furthermore, the longer the spines are left in, the more dangerous they are. In time, they would slide under the cow's skin, causing multiple problems. To begin with, the quills might embed themselves in the cow's internal organs. And assuming that they missed vital body parts, the leftover wounds have a high chance of causing lethal infections. But how did the injuries befall the cow? The answer probably lies in the cow's previously mentioned curiosity. A porcupine's shy and timid nature is the polar opposite of a bovine's inquisitive one. When they feel threatened, porcupines will thrust their hindquarters at perceived dangers that come too close. The rodent's quills will then detach and stick in the skin of the threat. As a result of the cow's investigations, the porcupine presumably mistook his intentions and became defensive. Dave had to act quickly, and he noticed a key detail. The tag in the cow's ear identified her as Linda. Armed with this information, Dave headed toward the farmhouse with his recorded footage to tell Linda's human what had happened to her. On seeing the quills on her face, the farmer raced to Linda's rescue to begin the process of isolating her from the herd. When she was alone, the farmer was able to treat Linda with a local anesthetic to numb her pain. Afterwards, he could extract the porcupine's spines without the poor cow struggling. Once they were all removed, Linda's human administered some precautionary antibiotics. Linda also received a mixture of her beloved corn and oats as a reward for coping with her ordeal. Afterwards, she was reunited with her herd, and the farmer monitored her recovery. But it would seem that Dave and the farm owner had performed a timely rescue for Linda. When Linda's human visited her the next day, he found her enjoying some grass with her calf. She was in good health and without any sign of lingering infection or injury complications. And it was all thanks to Dave's drone discovery. It seems like Dave really helped out the farm, and it wasn't the first time he'd stepped in either. On his previous visit, David assisted another member of the herd when she'd gotten in a jam. A cow named Flo had become separated from her newborn after the calf had slid under an electric fence. David risked himself by pushing the baby, later named Sparky, back into the pasture for a mother-calf reunion. The experience, which went viral after the photographer uploaded the footage, had inspired his return visit and Linda's rescue. It looks like the farm's got its very own guardian angel in the form of Dave. I hope you liked this video. If so, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to make sure you never miss a video from our channel.